Flight? Booked? Hotel and itinerary? Sorted. You're at the airport, eager for your new adventure. What could possibly go wrong? You've done this a dozen times. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until an agent says, "I need to check your ETA status." What does that mean? Why didn't anyone tell you about it? 2025 is changing how millions of people fly, and if you miss the memo, you could miss your flight. Let's break down the new rules so your next trip doesn't end before it begins. Domestic travelers in the US must present a real ID-compliant document starting May 7th, 2025. The Transportation Security Administration has announced it will enforce this rule for all travelers aged 18 and above. You have to show a state-issued driver's license, identification card, or another TSA-approved alternative like a US passport. This requirement has been a long time coming, but has experienced multiple pushbacks. However, the TSA says they're for real this time. Anyone without a real ID may be delayed or denied boarding. Is your ID compliant? Now is the best time for an upgrade if it isn't. Unless, of course, you don't want your flight to go as expected. If you've been planning to visit the UK tourist hotspots on your FYP, the electronic travel authorization might be the only thing standing between you and your getaway. Similar to the United States' electronic system for travel authorization system, the ETA enables UK authorities to screen visitors before arrival. It became compulsory for US, Canada, and Australia citizens on January 8, 2025, while European nationals had till April 2nd, 2025. How do you get it? Download the ETA app or apply through the government's website. You'll get a decision within 3 days, so try to apply at least 3 days before your trip. The ETA costs £10, or about $13, and is valid for multiple entries into the UK over 2 years. And so, what do you think? Is that fair enough? With the UK rolling out its ETA, should we expect the EU to drop its own version of a digital pass soon? We'll get to that in a bit. Before then, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and tap the notification bell. You'll be the first to know when we post a new video. As you might have guessed, the European Union has proposed a travel permit for visa-free travelers from non-EU countries. The European Travel Information and Authorization System seeks to improve border security, but its implementation has been delayed till the last quarter of 2026. However, starting in October 2025, you can expect the collection of biometric data and digital records of border crossings under the new entry-exit system. The EES applies to both visa-required and visa-exempt travelers entering Europe for short trips. Heads up, your passport will still be stamped manually in Cyprus and Ireland because they aren't part of the Schengen area. Now to some good news. The US State Department launched its online passport renewal system in September 2024. To apply, you must live in the United States, have an existing passport that was valid for 10 years, and be 25 years old or older. With the looming deadline for Real ID as a requirement for domestic air travel, it's probably a good time to get a new passport. Simply create an account on MyTravelGov, click Renew Your Passport, and take it up from there. You'll get status updates on your application via email. Glad to know this? Just wait till you see what's coming next. Things are only getting more exciting for travel lovers like you. In the United States, the Department of Transportation has implemented new regulations for consumer protection. Gone are the days airlines decided when to issue refunds. You're entitled to an automatic refund if you choose not to accept the airline's alternative when the following happens: canceled flight, delayed domestic flight by at least 3 hours, delayed international flight by at least 6 hours, cabin downgrades, increased number of connections, changes in airports, and reduced accessible amenities. You also deserve a refund of your fees if your baggage gets significantly delayed. At least 12 hours for domestic flights and 15 to 30 hours for international flights. If you paid for extra in-flight services like Wi-Fi and seat selection without using them, the airline owes you a refund. Staying connected while thousands of feet up in the sky makes the journey worthwhile. Do you agree, or is this a stretch? Anyway, you can hold your thoughts till you're offered free Wi-Fi on your next trip. In-flight internet access is shaping up, and many airlines are improving their offers. Air France, Air Canada, and United Airlines have announced plans to offer free Wi-Fi for customers in their loyalty programs at different points in 2025. Free Wi-Fi is available on most domestic Delta flights for SkyMiles members, while the service is being rolled out on long-haul flights. You'll find free Wi-Fi on JetBlue and all Airbus-operated flights of Hawaiian Airlines. Wi-Fi is also free for eligible T-Mobile users on domestic Alaska and American Airlines flights. Still riding the wave of tech upgrades, you may be one of the lucky people to try the new credential authentication technology scanners. The TSA has deployed CAT machines in almost 84 airports across the US. They verify passengers' photo ID, flight details, and pre-screening status. They also have a facial recognition feature that matches physical IDs to people's faces. But travelers are allowed to opt out of having their pictures taken. If a security officer says your laptop or liquids can remain in your bag for screening, chances are the airport has installed computed tomography units. They can create 3D images of passengers' bags and reduce the need for physical searches. Could this latest tech lead to the phase-out of the 311 rule? Only time will tell. Beware of checked baggage fees. It's almost impossible to find an airline without a checked bag fee. Even Southwest Airlines wants to discontinue its decades-long 2 bags fly free benefit. From May 28, 2025, travelers who don't meet the requirements for its free bag options will pay for their first and second checked bags. Passengers who are A-list preferred members of the Rapid Rewards loyalty program or those traveling in business class will continue to receive 2 free checked bags. A-list members and holders of the Rapid Rewards credit card will get 1 free checked bag. The carrier hasn't disclosed the fees, but its competitors typically charge between $35 and $40. If you think Southwest Airlines is the only one with a seemingly unpopular policy, wait till you find out what another airline did. Pay extra attention to carry-on fees. Some airlines don't charge for carry-on bags, so it's easier to be caught off guard. Starting January 3, 2025, Air Canada introduced fees for bigger carry-ons. The policy applies to passengers in its basic fare class on flights within North America. Some airlines have publicized plans that may help with your travel decisions. JetBlue will open its first ever lounges at New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport Terminal 5 in late 2025 and Boston Logan International Airport Terminal C shortly after. American Airlines and Delta are expanding long-haul flying from their hubs. United also adds more destinations, including Dakar, Senegal, Adelaide, Australia, and Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Delta will upgrade its cabins fleet-wide, from the Boeing 757 to Airbus A350 models. Frontier also promises a refreshed first-class cabin from late 2025. Your packing and sizing may be right, but you could still get pulled aside. Why? Your airport fit is probably not giving. Spirit Airlines updated its contract of carriage and adjusted its rules on passenger appearance. If you're barefoot, inadequately clothed, or your body art is deemed offensive, you may not be allowed to fly. What counts as inadequate clothing? The airline says see-through clothes, exposed breasts, buttocks, or other private parts. Don't hesitate to share your opinion about this policy. Have you run into any of these new rules yet? If yes, how did it go? Let's chat in the comments. Passengers may get more rules as 2025 progresses. Who knows what's coming next? It's best to stay ahead of the airport chaos, so subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.